Welcome back to South Africa. I am in CapeTown and it is a beautiful day and I am riding with Michael. We are going to meet Shawn and we're going to head down to Simmons. We're going to have lunch with their wives and then we're going to visit a really neat nonprofit that is working hard to save the penguins. So hope you enjoy the ride.
As you can see, right down the hill is the skyline. I went with Michael and Shawn the day after I arrived. We rode to Franschhoek, which is the wine country. But it was raining on the way back and I had technical difficulties, so I have a few pictures from the day, but no video. So I'm really glad that I get to share this with you. That mountain peak right there, that is Lion's Head. Plan today is to ride to Simonstown. It is warmed up quick. When we stop to meet Shawn, I'm going to definitely unzip the vents on my jacket. So I'm riding Michael's Softail Slim and it shows kilometers per hour instead of miles. Either that or it's the fastest Softail Slim that I've seen because it would go up to 220 miles an hour. The zigzag line indicates a crosswalk. Learned that last time. But here we are riding between Table Mountain and Lion's Head in CapeTown, South Africa. I mean, it's a dream come true. We're going to be headed on towards Camps Bay. That is beautiful. So down below there are some suburbs of Camps Bay. Elevation here is pretty extreme, just going up and down. It is not a flat ride, it's awesome. There are so many things to do here to get out and experience it. It's an area that definitely caters to tourists. I can see there's a helicopter out over the ocean right now. It's one way that you can see Table Mountain is by helicopter. You can do it by helicopter, by cable car, by sidecar, by a bus, hiking. So that's another view of Lion's Head and the 12 Apostles.
Down here in Camps Bay, we pulled over and waited for Shawn. Once he arrived, we mounted back up on the bike so that we could continue on our journey.
So you can see the 12 Apostles clearly all the way around here. Oh, feels so much better now that I have the jacket vents opened. we've lost Michael. The good news is he knows where we're going, so we'll just slow down and give him a chance to catch up. There we go, and we can see him. The ocean smells amazing. So this part of the world, there are a lot of whales and sharks. Wow. I just can't get over how violent the sea is. These waves are intense. Where we're staying, you can see the ocean, and there are these huge boulders, and the waves just dwarf them as they come in and crash. So along this seawall, they have plants. It's a terraced planter system, so they've added some beauty to it. All right, twisty roads for the next 6 kilometers. Just look at the size of these boulders. Beautiful. The weather could not be more perfect. So this is Cozy Bay, or Coffee Bay, not sure how it's pronounced. And right here is the 12 Apostles Hotel. Got some friends staying there through this week. It's a hotel and spa, very, very beautiful. You can see it's kind of away from lots of the restaurants and the hustle and bustle. My soul is stirred. You can pull off and take photos and sightsee. Lots of places to pull off. Wow, so pretty. So this is Hout Bay, I believe, that we're going to be coming into. And all of them are just right off of the Atlantic Ocean. All right, we are in Hout Bay, passing the world of birds. Wow, so beautiful. like toasted marshmallows. Yeah, the food smells amazing. We're headed towards Chapman's Peak. We're turning down Princess Street, which is going towards M6, Chapman's Peak, and Nordhook. Nordhook. My pronunciation is terrible. I can't stop smiling. I am so grateful. Thank you so much, Michael, for letting me use your beautiful motorcycle and spending this beautiful day with me riding. And Shawn, so much fun to follow you around. Yes, this is Help Day. Very busy. I haven't really noticed much mass transportation, but there are lots of sidewalks. Cemetery off to the right. But I do see stands where people could take buses. I just haven't seen many of them. We are on the wine route now. The Constantia wine route is set, and off to our right are some vineyards. But this is just beautiful, very lush. Waiting for Michael. He got caught by the red light. Bamboo. Alright, there he is. Right, we are at another roundabout. I guess we're going through the roundabout. Cape Town is off to our right. But it's going to be on the other side of that mountain range. So pretty. Oh. We'll get on the freeway for a little bit. So if it's your first time tuning in, my name is Jordan. I live in the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina. I moved there to give my motorcycles a better life, and I came along for the ride. I publish a video every Friday that is motorcycle related. Most of the time I'm actually on two wheels riding, but occasionally I'm doing other things. So if you enjoy this video or think you're interested in checking out more, the best way to get notified and reminded of the video each week is to subscribe and hit the little bell. It'll ring, it'll notify you when there's a new video. If you just subscribe, you won't be notified, but it'll make it easy for you to find me. And rest assured, every Friday there will be a video. All right, we're going towards Nordhook. On Steinberg Road or Steenberg Road. Climbing back up into the mountains. See Michael behind me. Says, please prevent wildfires. So pretty. A sign for a switchback here. Down and see a line of white. Really pretty. It's like a layer of the atmosphere. So there are lots of wildlife preserves where you can come and park and walk, but we're here to ride.
Unfortunately, my camera died before we made it all the way down to Simonstown, but I did go down there on my last day in South Africa before we headed to the airport. We went down to go check out the penguins. So I can show you what it looks like. This is the entrance to Simonstown as you're approaching. We stopped in to see a really neat nonprofit that's working to save the penguins.
Terry Core, and I'm the head of education of the nonprofit AfriOceans. We are a non-profit organization, been in existence for 21 years now this year, based here in Cape Town, South Africa. And we have a business which is called Shark Warrior Adventures. And Shark Warrior Adventures is a sustainable travel company that we set up. And the funds that are generated from the kayaking and snorkel trips and penguin walks go back into our conservation work. Penguins live here, but they initially came here from Gansbaai, which is out near Walker Bay, where the cage diving takes place, and there was an outbreak of bird flu, and many penguins died, and the remaining penguins swam off that island, swam around, and they decided to come into Boulders and at Betty's Bay. That's the two land-based colonies in the world, the only two land-based colonies in the world. We've got a 2-hour guided sea kayak trip called Paddle with the Penguins, and we take people out, but I'm not just doing a kayak trip, but I'm also doing education. So I'm educating people about what type of animal the penguin is, because many people don't even know it's a bird. Actually, it's quite interesting. The vast majority of people think it's a mammal, but in fact it's a bird. And then all the different behavioral aspects around the penguin, things they're doing, and then also the threats. And the penguins are disappearing in front of our eyes. The African sea forest, and it's actually called giant brown kelp. And it's the largest seaweed in the world. It can grow incredibly fast, about 1.3 centimeters a day.
Wow.
So there's nothing quite like it. So it grows again when you cut it. The real value of the kelp is actually in the work that it does in nature. Whereas it captures carbon dioxide both from the air and from the water, so it can reduce, it can turn around ocean acidification, and then also it's producing oxygen. So every second breath that we take comes from the ocean.
That's why I'm breathing easy here.
Absolutely, it's pumping out, and it's strange when you paddle around in this kelp when it's like this, and you paddle through that kelp, you can see all these air bubbles. It's like pondweed in your tank. It's incredible. And I've started to notice them, and I show them to my guests, and people can't believe what they're actually seeing. And so that's pure oxygen that's been given off by those kelp plants. So the kelp has got amazing value. The other value it's got is that it has a cushioning effect, so it calms the sea down. So when it hits the shore, it calms it down to such extent that it doesn't rip all the infrastructure out. But it's like a natural seawall that can grow again. Pieces can get ripped out, but it can handle the impact of the increasing sea levels. So it's a very important plant, and it's amazing how one thing leads to another, and it's inspiring kids, and we want kids to take up sciences, especially kids who are from the poorer community. And I've trained many kids through many years that have become tour guides or out of the communities. And so that's very important to us, that we are trying to empower the kids from the poorer, disadvantaged communities channeling them in different directions.
Well, thank you so much. And we'd like to support your business. So I'm going to make sure to put your information down in the comments of this video, down in the information. Just look at the description. And you can book through email, through...
Yeah, Shark Warrior Adventures, sharkwarrior.com. Or they can also look at our non-profit, which is called AfriOceans, or aoca.org.za. You can go and have a look at the work of the non-profit that we've been doing over many years, really about the education of our kids.
Well, thank you so much.
So thank
really,
you
really, really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
Awesome.
Thanks for riding along with us today. If you haven't already done so, please hit the subscribe button. And if you ring the bell, you'll be notified next week when I release part 2 of my adventure riding back to Cape Town with Michael and Shawn. See you next time.